even bought a whole entire laptop right here. Which... What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the original Goon Squad garage, and today we're going to continue working on our brand new build, the 2020 Audi R8 Decennium with a twin turbo kit on it. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we basically just showed you guys all the goodies that this thing had. So it has a 1200 horsepower package on here on E85 and around 1000 horsepower on regular pump gas. So I think that's insane right there. This is one of our fastest, most powerful cars to date here. And of course it's all-wheel drive, and it probably looks the craziest out of all the cars too, I think, man. I don't know, man.
I mean, it looks just super sweet, especially with the paint job and stuff like that and everything that's been done to it,
the
dude.
matte wrap on it and also all the bronze finishes, and it's just a super rare car as well. That makes it a lot better as well. But today what we want to do is try to get this sucker started. So we bought this thing from the auction and it didn't say run or drive, so there could be some sort of mechanical issues, but we have some pretty good faith in this thing, and I think there is no mechanical issues. What I think is the pyro fuse. So a lot of times when the airbags deploy, that pyro fuse busts out, right? And it doesn't allow it to start over.
Yeah, I think it works with the airbag module. As soon as something like seat belts or airbag blows, that thing blows as well. That way there's all power cut off to the engine.
Yeah, and before we actually just throw on the pyro fuse, what we want to do first is actually make sure that this turbo kit right here is actually in place, because from the collision it kind of just got thrown out of whack. Some things got popped off. We want to go ahead and probably take apart some of this rear end, that way we can access it a lot better and put it back into place, and also just make sure all the hoses, all the tubes, and all the clamps are connected. That way we're not running low boost, man. We got to run full ponies, man.
Well, whenever we start this thing, we want to make sure everything is 100%, and I think we even have our radiator in that's busted on the side, so we can possibly even pop that thing on. That way we can get this thing running 100%.
Yeah, honestly, we could probably start it without the radiator.
Yeah.
But if we do have that, if we do have time, we'll pop on that radiator. That way it can warm up. And
if we have time to go get some fluid, some coolant.
Too.
So if we have time to do that and warm this sucker up, we will, but nothing's more important but just to start this thing.
That is right. So this is some pretty exciting stuff right here. So I say we go ahead, tear a few things apart in the back end over here, secure that turbo, try to get this sucker started. Let's go. What the heck?
Alrighty guys, so it is actually a couple days after Christmas, and we just left this thing how it sits right there after ripping apart this whole entire rear end to expose the whole entire turbo kit and to expose any other damages. And the only damage on the turbo kit, which was not really a damage, was this carbon fiber bar that actually just popped out. We popped that sucker back into place, and also this exhaust on this other side over here kind of has a little bend in it, probably from hitting the frame during the accident. But for the most part, everything seems pretty dang good. We're mainly focused on all the lines that run to like these blow-off valves over here, the internal or the wastegates over there, just following all these hoses and everything, make sure everything is 100%. The big old intercoolers right here, making sure all the water lines are intact and stuff like that. And it actually has its own water like tank right there that it's only separate. It's separate from the engine, so it only cools the intercoolers, and it probably runs to that cooler up front, and that's pretty cool. It has its own water pump and stuff like that. But for the most part, I mean, there's really nothing crazy. These brackets or these clamps clamps actually kind of move a little bit. They are super nice, vibrant clamps right here, but I don't know if they're supposed to move like that. Maybe they are. Who knows? That's probably how they're designed to move around, but if not, let us know. But for the most part, we're just going through everything. We even jumped up front, changed the power fuse after we just like kind of went through everything, and we even pressed the button to start this thing up, and we about started it, dude.
But it cranks over, but it doesn't start. So there's probably two issues that we're running into right now. There's either no fuel or no spark.
Yeah, which my actual opinion is this thing probably doesn't have, it's not getting fuel, because we went to the Lamborghini to basically just check, because practically the same fuel system on both cars. Open the door to the Lamborghini and you can actually hear the fuel priming, but when you open the door to this car, it doesn't prime at all. Or even if you kick the ignition button on, it doesn't prime at all. So we're looking at everything. There is a mechanical fuel pump right here, and there is an actual aftermarket wire that leads to it. So we followed that wire and we figured out that this entire Audi R8 has aftermarket ECUs, computers, everything throughout this whole entire car, probably for that turbo kit. I mean, heck, some of these stuff actually popped out of place during the accident. Look at that, it says Huracan on here, and it does say Bank 2 right here, and on this wire right here, it says Bank 2 as well. So there's a bunch of stuff that could be possibly wrong. We checked all the leads to each computer over there, and on this side, everything is pretty solid. There was one wire that was kind of popping out right there, but it actually looks like it just popped out of that little spot. Yeah, right there.
Maybe it wasn't used or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's a bunch of like aftermarket modules on this rear end over here, and also in the front. And they say like Huracan and Cyvex or something like that.
Yes, there's a bunch of Cyvex computers like underneath there. This is even a Cyvex computer. I don't know what this is. This just says Huracan, maybe just some kind of like tuning computer and stuff like that. So we're going through everything, every single wire. There's also a bunch of relays for some of this stuff, like water pumps and stuff like that, and aftermarket like computers. So we got to basically go through everything. We even checking like all the grounds on this car, because during the accident, if this popped off, a wire could have popped off somewhere.
Easily.
You know?
And also, we did check the fuses in the foot area over there.
Yeah, on the interior, they're all 100%. There is, however, two plastic little boxes where a bunch of electronic wires run to on each side of the engine. So we're probably going to pop these open, make sure everything is 100% in there, and just go through everything. Because, I mean, right now, it's just not getting fuel. You know what I mean? Yeah. It cranks over perfectly. It sounds really good. Nothing really crazy sounding. And, I mean, it just wants to start, dude.
Yeah, so we still got a bunch of troubleshooting on our hands. We kind of just wanted to update you guys and just kind of just narrow down our problem over here.
I mean, 100%, and we want to get your guys' opinion, because we may not even be able to start it in this video. In the next video, somebody may tell us. We're definitely going to do a lot of research. I mean, we let this car sit for Christmas weekend. Hope you guys got what you wanted for Christmas, and we're trying to just do some research, trying to figure this sucker out, because we want this thing to start.
Dude,
you know
as
what
soon
I mean?
as it starts, you know, and we just got to tweak this suspension a little bit, we're going to rip this thing, dude.
Yeah, for real, dude. But anyways, we're probably just going to keep on going, probably do a little bit more research. I'm probably going to go ahead and pop these caps off, make sure everything's 100%, maybe make a few phone calls, and hopefully figure this thing out.
Other one's unplugged too.
Yes, sir.
What the world? How are they both unplugged? All right, fire it up.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Hear that?
Let's go.
there you have it, man. Finally got this thing started up after what, like a couple hours of trying to figure this thing out, dude?
We even bought a whole entire laptop right here,
Dude.
which is awesome because not only are we going to use this for future reference, also we can just like clear codes everything right
we
here.
can control this whole entire car. So we downloaded this what is
Cyvex program.
Cyvex program that just gives us everything. We can literally control it all. We seen what the issue was. We actually called B-Rogue and really awesome people. I mean, they went through everything. They got on this laptop and had everything plugged in. And they were just going through everything with us, and there was like some sort of like 5 amp or some kind of voltage, 5 volts that was going off. So something really slightly was not like connected or broken. Went through everything once more until I got, because we called him and he told us that something through the throttle body is not functioning properly.
Yep.
So I'm looking over there like, what is going on? Are these throttle bodies bad? And when you look real close up underneath it was actually unplugged. So both of these throttle bodies were actually physically unplugged because they couldn't unplug during the damage. I mean, it all moves with the engine. You know
Somebody
what I mean?
at the auction could have done that. You know, it happens all the time. I've seen it before.
A lot of people, like, you know, there's could be inside jobs where they get good deals and stuff like that because the car won't start. But you know what? Plug both of those suckers in. This thing fired right up, and we let it run for a little bit. I think we might want it to run 2 minutes. That way we can check the oil. You know what I mean?
Are you sure we don't have that cooler on that passenger side over there?
Yeah, true.
Maybe we should throw on the new cooler, dude.
I mean, we do have the new cooler, but we would have to run all the way to the dealer to get like coolant and all the proper stuff and like that. And we did mention that we got a lot of parts in over there. That'll probably be all in the next one. But right now, dude, the main thing is this thing starts, dude.
That's
this is just
insane.
exciting news. It starts right up. Sounds pretty good. I mean, it's all stock right now, but you know what? Once we start revving this thing up,
I think once it actually like warms up a little bit, it'll idle down and you'll hear the turbos more.
Yep.
But not only is this R8 turbo, twin turbo, this computer is even twin turbo, dude.
Twin turbos underneath here. Look at that, man. Where's it at right there? Dual fan. That's crazy.
This is awesome, dude. When somebody pulls up on you with a computer, you better be careful, dude.
Dude, when you have a laptop in your car, man, it's a good thing and it's a scary thing. But anyways, it's a really good thing for us because now we can actually download some softwares on this computer. So this was basically a computer. That way we can download stuff to clear codes and stuff on the Lambo.
You gotta have a Windows. So we were thinking about using Mac, but a lot of programs are not Mac compatible.
Yeah.
So a lot more programming can be done with this. So it's just a great investment. This is actually gonna allow us to learn about tuning, maybe.
Yeah,
Who knows?
anything. Learn how to control cars. Learn how to like program keys, open, just do anything to an engine that we can't really do all the time. So we're
With
gonna
the regular stuff.
Yeah, with the regular stuff. So this is gonna be awesome for us. That's why we basically purchased it. It was like around like $900 for this laptop.
Yeah.
Pretty expensive, kind of like a gaming laptop, but good for what's it called?
Dude, this is gonna be awesome because B-Rogue can actually just connect. You know, they can control right here. They can tune right here on the fly.
You got that right.
All the way from where they're from, dude.
Which is awesome because once we get this thing on the road and we have little issues here and there or something needs to be tweaked.
Because look, we got in contact with the original owner and literally he bought this brand new, sent it to them, and he wasn't able to get the car because of this.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate accident that happened as soon as the turbo kit got installed. So
Brand new turbo.
Brand new turbo. I mean, honestly, as soon as they slapped this sucker on, I think they were testing it and
somebody ran into this car.
Somebody pulled out in front of this car.
No. Somebody ran into this car, dude.
Dang. So that's the unfortunate right there, dude.
I don't know.
Very expensive.
I know. That's just what happens.
That's not what you think of when you get in an accident. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as everybody was safe, which is a really good thing.
And as long as it ended up over here at the end of all this.
You got that right, but this is just awesome, dude. I kind of want to start it one more time, maybe give it a little rev or something like that. That way we can really. I'm gonna be keeping an eye out on all the temperatures, which this is an awesome thing. It'll literally give you all the information over here and all that good stuff, dude.
Alrighty guys, so that's gonna be pretty much a wrap for today's video. Now that we got this sucker finally started, that allows us to move on to the next part. So we got a good engine, a good turbo kit. Now we gotta just get a good body on this car right here, which we got all the parts. We still haven't picked them up from the dealership, and we did buy some parts off of eBay that are just scattered around here and there. We got the hood over there. We'll show you guys everything about that. It's not in perfect condition. Super difficult to find some of the stuff, but you know what? We managed to just scrape everything together, and here soon we're basically gonna tear apart this whole entire side. I think in the next video we'll tear off this quarter panel right here and go ahead and try to figure out our suspension issue. That way we can get this sucker driving. So we got it started. Now we got to get this sucker driving, because as soon as it's able to just drive straight, we're gonna go ahead and put this sucker on the road, and we're gonna let these suckers just rip all 4 of these tires, dude.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna be epic for sure.
It's gonna be a super crazy test drive. This is probably gonna be our most epic test drive ever, but you know what? You guys are gonna have to stay tuned for that. Make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.